get asked all the time, what do I wear for my trail runner? Today, I'm going to be talking about it. The Sportiva Akyra. Over the past couple of years, I've made a switch from hiking boots to being my kind of daily hikers to a trail runner. And really, I found that the Sportiva Akyra here has been my go-to. Once I've put it on, I really never want to take it off. And I'm going to get into all those reasons in the video today. If you're new to my channel, I do hike trail guides, hike-related content here in Colorado, and much, much more. So go ahead and hit that subscribe and bell button not to miss any future hike-related content. If you want to pick up a pair of the Sportiva Akyras for yourself and help support the channel so I can do more cool product reviews like this, go ahead and check the affiliate links, which I have in the description below, and it'll help me keep these gear reviews coming. I guess I should preface this whole video by saying I'm not the kind of person who just goes out and buys the newest gear. I really like to find stuff that works well for me, and when I find something that I like, I wear it out and just keep buying stuff. So I'm definitely a repeat customer for life. But on the way to that journey, I definitely have to go through some stuff that I might not like along the way. So all my gear reviews are going to be honest. This is not paid or sponsored by Sportiva in any way. These are my honest thoughts, and I did buy these trail runners myself. In terms of availability, the Sportiva Akyra comes in both men's and women's sizes. For men's sizes, it comes from size 7 to 13, and for women, 5.5 through 11. Let's get into the video. So the Sportiva Akyra here, this is obviously a trail runner. It's not the lightest in the world. It comes in just about 11.35 ounces or 330 grams. If you are a hardcore trail runner, that will be pretty heavy for you, but if you're just kind of getting into trail runners, these are definitely a great option. One of my favorite parts about the shoe here is kind of the sole. Speaking of the sole here, you can see that there's two different kinds of rubber on here. It's like a dual compound, and essentially the red part here that you can see is more of a firm rubber, and it really kind of gives you more life and just longer shoe life for the shoe, whereas this middle part here is a little bit more tacky, and that allows you to really grip onto rocks in a much better fashion. I've never had problems trusting my grip on things, and if anything, probably over-trust the shoe in some circumstances, which makes this an awesome choice for any kind of ridgeline, loose rock and scree. Here in Colorado, the trail conditions can be pretty tough, and that's why finding a reliable boot or shoe is hard, because the durability is the biggest issue. This is my old pair, as you can see, pretty much worn to the sole, but no major problems. Besides a couple minor ones, which I'll get into a little bit later. For all you trail runner purists out there, this is not a flat shoe. There is a rise to it, so there's a 9mm rise from back to front. So the upper here is going to be a complete mesh. They call it like a skeleton. As you can see, there is kind of like an inner skeleton, if you will, to the mesh here. So on the medial and lateral sides of the shoe, you kind of have this tougher plastic here. I believe it's called a stabilizer, and essentially it just kind of gives you that more support on rugged terrain, which, as I mentioned, really is what this shoe is built for. This shoe is super breathable, but it's not the most breathable in the world. So if you're looking for like a super hot day and have hot feet, that might be something to look out for. In the winter though, or in the colder months, I can definitely feel the air coming through here, so there is good airflow. It's good for anything from ridge scrambles to kind of loose scree to just flat dirt. It really performs well in all of those areas. There's no special features, just a regular lacing system on this. I've never had any issues with it coming undone. I know some boots and shoes, when you lace them up, you'll walk for like a mile and you'll have to keep tying them. Never had that problem with these. So now that we've kind of gone over the specs and sciencey part of the Sportiva Akyra here, let's talk about the pros. This is without a doubt like walking in a sneaker. So if you're used to hiking in a hiking boot, wearing this shoe will be significantly more comfortable. It just weighs less, and overall just gives you a lot more breathability than most hiking boots do. The versatility of this shoe is just unbeatable. It's great because of that rugged bottom I was talking about for anything from ridge scrambles to loose scree to long distance. You're going to take it off and not have that soreness in the sole of your foot that some of the stiffer hiking boots can provide. It has enough grip so that you can really kind of grip into any of the slabby stuff you're going to be heading up, but also has enough cushion so that long days, so 20 plus mile days, I've worn these with absolutely no problem. Obviously your legs and feet are sore naturally, but it's not because of the shoe. In terms of credibility, I guess I can talk about how many miles. So I've put about probably 200 miles on this pair here, and then another 300-ish on this pair. So yeah, I've really just had awesome experience with this shoe. It's been versatile. I've taken it in the desert, I've taken it in the mountains, I've taken it in snow, in sand, anywhere in between, and it's just held up really, really great. If there are some cons for this shoe, I would say that, like I mentioned, it's a little bit narrow of a shoe. I have kind of a narrower foot, maybe average, a little bit below. So if you do have a wider foot, definitely be sure to try any pair of shoes on or boots on before you buy them, but keep that in mind when you're shopping for the La Sportiva Akyra. The price point for this is about 140 USD. That's a little bit higher if you're not used to buying kind of outdoor shoes or boots. If you're into running or running shoes, I'd say that's pretty average, maybe a bit on the higher end, but certainly not the cheapest shoe out there. This version is not the GTX. The GTX version is the kind of big brother, if you will, for the La Sportiva Akyra. The GTX just means that it is Gore-Tex, which means it's waterproof. This shoe right here, the mesh here and everything else is not Gore-Tex, which means it breathes better, but it is certainly not waterproof. So when you're stepping in snow and water, you're going to feel it very quickly. The other negative I found, and I'll obviously zoom in on this, but the toe box here, I found that on my first pair it was starting to show some signs of tear. I think the toe, because of the way that it's layered here, sometimes if you're hiking up like a loose rock field or scree or anything like that, it can stick because of just some of the rubber on the toe here just sticking out a bit. I have to say though, I reached out to La Sportiva and they gave me a replacement pair of shoes, almost no questions asked. So it was really great customer service, and I have nothing but good things to say about that side of things. Overall, I think the La Sportiva Akyra offers a great value for what it can do, and certainly recommend this for anyone looking for a more aggressive trail runner that can also take you up some pretty rugged terrain. I also happen to be a huge fan of this black, yellow, and red colorway. It is the only one that the men's shoe comes in. The women's shoe comes in kind of this tealish color. So that's gonna wrap up my review here of the La Sportiva Akyra. Again, I think it's a great trail runner. I think it's a great hiking shoe, and definitely versatile and pretty durable as well, as you can see by the two versions here. If you've liked the La Sportiva Akyra, let me know in the comments below. If you wear something else and want me to review that, please feel free to leave that as well. As always, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe not to miss any future gear reviews or hike-related content, and we will see you on the next adventure.